Yo, what is it? You already know what it is, man. This is your man, Levon, just coming back one more again, man, with your Testify Tuesday, you dig? And on this Testify Tuesday, we're gonna talk about assets, right? What does it mean to be an asset? And if you're an asset in someone's life or someone is an asset in your life, you dig? But before we get into that, please like this video, share this video with all your family, your friends, share it on all your platforms. Make sure that you hit that bell notification so you're always notified whenever I upload content. And please share this video, like this video. Doesn't cost you anything to do to hit that like button and to hit that bell notification, you dig? So we're gonna be talking about assets, right? Are you an asset in the people's lives that you're in, or the people that you allow to be in your life? Are they an asset to you, right? Because if someone's not an asset, if they're not important or of value, and that's what an asset is. An asset is a thing or a person that is important and has value. That is an asset, you dig? In other words, does a person, what does a person bring into your life? Are they bringing joy? Are they bringing happiness? Are they bringing security? Are they bringing, laughter? Are they bringing growth? Are they bringing correction? What is a person bringing into your life that you would consider them an asset? You dig? That's so important because we need people like that in our lives, right? Of course, we're all going to say that we need people like that in our lives. That's true. But we need to be that to people in their lives, right? And in order to be an asset in someone's life, that means it takes sacrifice. That means it takes time. That means it takes effort. That means it takes support. And are you willing to give those things to be an asset in someone's life? That's the question, right? Because if we're not being of value to someone, then what's the point of being in their life? And if someone is not of value to us, if they're not bringing some sort of value to us, if they're not benefiting us, if they're not building us, if they're not correcting us, if they're not praying for us, then what value do they have in our lives? Because someone that has value, they bring something to the table. And they don't just bring anything to the table. I mean, what's the point of bringing something to the table if you can't use it? I'll wait. You got to be able to use what's being brought to the table. Otherwise, it's useless to you, right? The Bible says, something that's useless to you, hew it up and you throw it in the fire. So we got to be valuable. Now, what does it mean to be of value? What does it mean to be a value person? Right? Are your morals and your standards of value? Right? Do you have high moral and high standards? Do you just not involve yourself in anything or settle for anything or choose to associate yourself in or with just anything? Are you a high value person? Are you valuable, right? That's what we got to ask ourselves, right? When it comes to being of service to others, being an asset to others. That's so important, man. That's a question that we have to do a self-reflection on and say, am I an asset? Am I valuable to someone, or am I a hindrance to them? Am I hurting them? Do I take away from them? These are the questions we got to ask. When people walk away from us, do we feel good when they leave our presence? Do they add to us? Do they bring us some kind of joy and fulfillment? Or do they pull us down and bring us down and make us feel bad and make us feel like crap? And every time they come around, I'm second guessing myself and I'm thinking maybe I should have done things differently. So that's what we're going to get into, man. Are you an asset? Are you a hindrance? Yo, you might say, okay, how can I be an asset to anybody? You know what I'm saying? You might say, OB, check it out, man. I'm struggling. You know, I'm over here, you know, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to finagle this so I can take care of that. I don't have it like that to be an asset to nobody. That's not true. You dig? Because being an asset isn't always about money. You feel me? You know, when you can support and when you can help, you know, and when you can do those things and you don't put yourself in a bind, that's cool, right? Now, if you know what you're doing and you're smart with your money and you're calculated and you strategize, then even if you had to, you know, sacrifice on your own to help someone else, you can still be an asset. But yo, even outside of money, right? What about your time? You know what I'm saying? We spend so much time throughout the day on bullcrap, on stuff that's not important and necessary, that if you really want to find a time to help somebody, if you really want to find a time to be an asset in somebody's life, you could do it. You really could, right? It's just that you got to be really dedicated and focused in finding the time. Okay, but you can find the time to be an asset in someone's life, man, to bless them and encourage them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time, man, people just need time. You feel me? So many people out here hurting, and so many people are contemplating suicide, and you know, they just don't want to be here no more. You dig? And it's like that because they feel like no one is in their corner. They don't have no one to talk to. No one communicates with them. They don't have any relationships, or the relationships they have are broken. You know what I'm saying? But you could be the catalyst that comes in and heals that. You could be the asset in that person's life that could turn their whole life around with just communication, just some human contact. You know what I'm saying? Just a person feeling like someone cares, you know what I'm saying? That they mean a damn, that they're worth something to somebody, that somebody values their opinion. A lot of time it's just your time, man. Your time can be such a great asset. You dig? I know a lot of times we don't want to hear it. We be tired. We be in our own thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you just take out a little time, man, just say 5 minutes. Say you say, okay, I'm going to take out 5 minutes and I'm going to make 3 phone calls. That's 15 minutes of your time. 15 minutes of your time is in your car, in a drive-thru, waiting to get you a meal. 15 minutes is when you stop and check your phone. You know, you're doing something, your work. You stop and check your phone and you see a post or something, and you and you read it, and then you know, you may go through and read some of the comments, right? And next thing you look up, 15 minutes. You can be watching something on TV. You can be passing by, something catch your attention, you stop and you look, and you listening to it for a few minutes. You think it's just a few minutes, and then next thing you know, you look up, 15 minutes. 3 phone calls. 3 5-minute phone calls to someone that you could be an asset to them. You could be of value to them. You could listen to them. You could give them some advice. You could just share in your day and they share in their day. You have no idea how your time and the value of your time can be such a great asset. You did? But not only in the giving, but also in the receiving. We need that as well. We need others to be assets in our life. We need people to pour into us. We need people to communicate with us, and we have to be open to receive that. You dig? Because how can you use the asset, or how can it be valuable to you if you're not open to receive it? How can I bless you with something and you turn around and slap my hand away? But you got to be open to receive, right, the asset. So then you can apply the asset to your life, and it can become of value to you. It can become useful to you, whether it's a thing or a person, right? Be of value. So you might be saying, okay, oh, but I don't know them. I don't know them like that. I don't know them from a hole in the wall. I don't, whatever the case is, right? We use that excuse a lot. I don't know them. But check this out. Have you ever considered this? How many times do you go online and watch somebody's podcast or somebody's post, or you read something that somebody's uploaded on YouTube or whatever the case is, and you don't know them people? Come on, man, let's keep it a buck. You don't know them people. You may follow them, you know, you may even have an acquaintance with them. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm just saying the people that you figure that you don't know online, right? But yet when you're scrolling through YouTube or Twitter or through Facebook or Twitch or TikTok, whatever you're using, half them people you don't even know. But you'll spend the time to watch their content. You'll spend the time to see what kind of garbage they spitting. You'll spend the time to see all this crazy stuff, right? You'll spend the time and you'll waste that time doing something that is not profitable to you. It's not building you. You're not gaining anything from it. It's just, you're just wasting time. It's your time, but yet, is it being of value or is it being an asset to you or someone else? You dig? So that's another aspect of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Another aspect of being of value is, you know, we have our time. We talked about that. We have our treasure, you know, our money. We talked about that. But what about your talent? What are you good at? You know what I'm saying? What is it that really moves you? It really stirs you, it really gets you going, something that you're extremely passionate about. Whatever that thing is, that is an asset. But are you using it as such? That's the question. You dig? Our talent, whatever your talent is. You know, I used to think my talent was drawing. I was really good at drawing, right, when I was younger. And then, you know, I kind of, you know, life happening and family and kids, and I kind of grew out of that, right? And then I thought, okay, maybe my talent is, you know, videotaping and recording, right? Because I'm really passionate about videotaping and recording. And then I thought, well, I mean, I like to do that, and maybe I can make that a business and plan on, you know, expanding on that one day. But I also really like, I really like explaining and teaching and expounding and just giving my own personal experiences for others to share. And that's why, you know, I was really trying to figure out what could I do to bring my positive messaging to the masses. And the Lord told me to start a YouTube channel. So that's how Levon Says came to be. You dig? But you have to look and say what talent, what treasures, you know, and the time that I have to put forth, right? So I take the time out to do videos for y'all, right? My talent is just keeping it 100 and explaining and being the best version of me I can be, right? With no falsehood, with no phonies, just being transparent before you, so that way I can deliver a message that God has given me that'll transform you and it'll benefit you. And I pray that it'll be an asset in your life. You dig? Talent, time, and treasure. All those are assets, right? But are you using them to their full potential? That's the whole thing, man. I guarantee there's people around us right now that we could be affecting in a positive way. We could be assets in their life, but because we choose to focus on other things that are more personal and, might I say, selfish, that we don't look beyond how we could be an asset. But this is what it means to be a community, right? This is what it means to come together as a cohesive unit. We have to be assets, and how can we be of value in someone else's life that they can benefit and build and grow from? That's what it's all about, man. Helping and loving one another. Yo, don't take it for granted. The people that pray for you, the people that get on their knees at any matter of time of night, or when you call them and they say, hey, can you please pray for me? This is going on or that's going on. You know, hey, this situation has come up, this situation has happened, you know, can you pray? Those are the people that are of value. Those are assets in your life. Okay? I know people don't like to talk about that part. They want to talk about the money and the support and all this other kind of stuff. But what about the people that are pouring into you? The people that are studying the Word of God, that are teaching, that are praying, interceding, that are fasting. You dig? What about those people? They doing it on your behalf. Aren't they assets? You know, when the ish hit the fan, and who you call before you even go to Jesus? Who you get on the phone and call? The man or woman of God that you know can get a prayer through. You ain't supported. You ain't probably contacted. You ain't hollered at. But yet when you get in trouble, you know them digits. Boop, 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 boop. Hello? A pastor or minister or evangelist or sister or brother. Hey, I don't know what you're doing right now, but I really need a prayer. I really need you to touch heaven right now. This is going on, that's going on. Woo, 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 woo. Those people are assets, man. Those are people that have value in your life. You know why? Because behind the scenes, when nobody is looking, they're praying. They're seeking God's face for you and for your family, for your benefit, for your healing, for your deliverance, for your understanding. You dig? They are petitioning God that you would be blessed, that you would be anointed, that you would be healed and delivered, that you would be have power, that you would rebuke the enemy. Those are the people that are assets in our lives. So out of all the things that we count as assets, let's not forget those people that are praying for us, that are interceding for us, that are fasting for us, those people that are willing to step out and correct us with the word. You dig? Because those people are important too. One love. Yo. Be an asset in someone's life, man. It's so important. You dig? And not that I'm trying to beat a dead horse into the ground, but how can you be a positive asset to someone else? That's what we all need to ask ourselves, right? Because we got to give back. We got to give back to one another. Everybody's got their own crap. Everybody's got their own stuff that they in, and everybody can easily say, well, I got my own stuff I got to do with. I ain't got time to be worried about what somewhere else. Who gonna be there for me? And a lot of times that's our attitude, whether it's out of frustration, whether it's just out of being tired, whether it's out of, not understanding and not being able to figure out how to get off this wheel. We're constantly on this hamster wheel. How do we get off the wheel? You dig? So take self-examination. Think about the people in your life. Think about not just the people that are in your life, but the things that are in your life. And if they are not an asset, if they're not a benefit, if they don't bring value to you, if they don't bring value to your thoughts, they don't bring value to your person, they don't bring value to your life, to your children, to, your job, if they don't bring value, get rid of it. If they're not building you, if they're not pushing you to be better, if they're not challenging you to think out the box, if they're not encouraging you with correction or suggesting that you try things differently if what you're doing is not working, You don't need them in your life, man. Okay? They're not an asset unless you're an asset in their life. Okay? And we have to recognize when we are the asset. Because see, all the time it's not for people to give unto you and to pour into you. But a lot of times it's for us to be the asset to someone else. And that's sometimes where we get stuck, and we don't like to do that, right? Because that means it's going to cost us time, talent, and our treasure. But that's what God created you for. He created you to worship him and to love one another. And so when we're loving one another, we're being an asset. We're being of value to the other person, because it ain't about us. It's about what God has given us and how we can positively affect someone else's life. How we can add value and change to their life if they need that, right? And it's not a quick fix. A lot of times we be wanting stuff like that. Well, hell, you didn't get in the mess like that. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for a long time. So, sometimes it may take a while to see things. It may take a while to understand what you have and what you don't have and what you are and what you're not. How you can be an asset or a value to someone. And if you say, well, I can't be an asset, I can't be a value to no one, I ain't got my own stuff together, I need to get my stuff together. Get your stuff together. What you waiting on? Stop bull crapping. You've been using that same damn excuse for how long? Get your stuff together so you can be an asset to someone, so you can help someone else, man. Come on, bro. It's time out for all that foolishness, right? It's time out for all that. But yo, let's end this on a positive note, right? Because this is Testify Tuesday, you dig? And so as I testify to you that I'm going to be an asset, I'm going to be more of an asset, and I'm going to be more of a help, right? I'm also testifying that I'm looking for assets to come into my life. I'm looking for someone to come help me. I'm looking for someone to come partner with me. I'm looking for someone to come support me. You dig? Whether it's with my YouTube, Levon Says, whether it's with my business, Lamella E, whether it's just life coaching in general, I'm looking for the assets to come into my life. But I'm also looking to be one. You dig? Yo, this is your man, Levon. This is Testify Tuesday. I hope this word has been positive and encouraging and motivating and uplifting to you. Remember, Lamella E, love, uplift, motivate, inspire, learn, laugh, encourage, and enlighten. LamellaE.com. Remember, 40+3 is soon to come. And yo, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that bell notification so you're always notified whenever I upload content, and share this video.